What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's 9-game NBA DFS slate, courtesy of Awesemo.com and presented by Superdraft. Thanks to the Milwaukee Bucks, yesterday might have been one of the most harrowing NBA DFS slates we've ever had, especially if you're playing on FanDuel, so we need that power of positivity back now more than ever. So right now, please hit that like button. And if you want your chance to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of Superdraft, like this video and comment your overall top value according to Draftkings salaries down below. Nobody got Kyle Korver correctly, and the wrong person emailed me to try to steal a free prize yesterday, so we're having a hell of a day for the giveaway, but I want to get back on track for each and every one of you today, so hit that like button and comment your top value play down below. But we're getting slate-changing news right as I produce this video, so we've got no time to waste here in the Four Corners. Let's get right into our first corner of the top-owned plays, and Russell Westbrook in a game versus Minnesota, where there's 129.3 implied points for Houston. Westbrook is 28% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he's 26% on FanDuel. Westbrook is 40% usage in his last two games in a very strong and fast-paced matchup for him, one where he hung 69.5 fantasy points on Minnesota the last time they played. And a far less secure top-owned play that we've talked about many times is Shaq Harrison in a game versus Cleveland, where there's 109.8 implied points for Chicago. Shaq has 18% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he has 30% on FanDuel. Harrison may be attempting point chase after he's put up over 29.5 fantasy points in his last three games, but with the rotations changing around and more guys' minutes limits increasing, Harrison seems like a riskier play than people may realize. And now for our last of the current top-owned plays, and that man is James Harden in that same game versus Minnesota, where there's 129.3 implied points for Houston. Harden's got 19% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he's 38% on FanDuel. Harden may be a better value on paper than Westbrook on FanDuel in particular, but both seem worth decent exposure thanks to Minnesota's high pace and a defense that legitimately gets worse by the day. And now into our next corner of the guys who currently look like top value plays, starting with Troy Brown Jr. in a game versus the Knicks, where there's 116.3 implied points for Washington. Brown may see extra minutes if the currently questionable Jerome Robinson misses the game. He's a low usage player with a very cheap price that could open things up if better value doesn't emerge. The value play that I personally like a bit more is Matthew Dellavedova in a game at Chicago, where there's 106.8 implied points for Cleveland. Dellavedova has over 35 fantasy points in his last two games, with big assist upside driving his success. And he should continue to see a lot of run with Kevin Porter and Darius Garland still sidelined. And in that same game, another top value play looks like Wendell Carter Jr. in a spot versus Cleveland, where there's 109.8 implied points for Chicago. Carter's minutes have been up, and his FanDuel price specifically makes him an interesting play, with the matchup against Andre Drummond likely to give him a better chance at per-minute success. And now into our next corner of some of the core plays I'm currently looking at, starting with Andre Drummond in that game at Chicago, where there's 106.8 implied points for Cleveland. Drummond played 33 minutes, including overtime, and has returned to the lineup, and he put up 57.75 fantasy points against Houston, with his run likely to be very secure thanks to Tristan Thompson expected out again. Another core play for me looks like Julius Randle in a game at Washington, where there's 112.3 implied points for the Knicks. Randle is an exceedingly consistent per-minute player, and he'll get the pace-up spot against Washington, with over 44 fantasy points in 3 out of his last 4 games, and shockingly low ownership expected for him today. And another core play that's looking a little bit less appealing than when I first produced the graphics is DeMar DeRozan in a game versus Dallas, where there's 112.3 implied points for San Antonio. DeRozan averages 28% usage and a 25% assist rate alongside the now probable LaMarcus Aldridge with DeJounte Murray off the court, and both should be in the mix, albeit less so than when LaMarcus Aldridge looked like he'd be out. And now onto our last corner of the lower-owned dart throws, and let's start it off with Kobe White in that game versus Cleveland, where there's 109.8 implied points for Chicago. White will start for Tomas Satoransky, and while his price tag is up, he's been around or above 30% usage lately and can definitely spike in upside against Cleveland's 113.6 defensive rating. Another dart throw who came through for us last week is Markelle Fultz in a game at Memphis, where there's 109 implied points for Orlando. Fultz averages just under 28% usage with Vooch and Aaron Gordon on the court, but Evan Fournier off. And while Memphis' defense has improved, Fultz just had 41 fantasy points against similarly fast-paced Minnesota. And our last low-owned dart throw that will not be low-owned if LeBron James is out is Rajon Rondo in a game versus Brooklyn, where there's 115.8 implied points for the Lakers. LeBron is questionable currently, and his potential absence would open up big opportunity for Rondo and Anthony Davis in particular, while Rondo is still a decent value dart throw even if LeBron is in. So that's what I'm seeing so far for today's 9-game slate, and hopefully nobody gets ruled out last minute and ruins everything. So right now, please hit that like button if you want your chance to win that free month of Awesemo Plus courtesy of Superdraft. Like this video and comment your overall top value according to Draftkings salaries down below. And as always, those free months of Awesemo Plus come courtesy of Superdraft. So right now, head over to superdraft.io or download Superdraft in the App Store. Use the promo code Awesemo when you sign up to get yourself $20 free on a deposit of $100 or more. So do that right now. They've got some big tournaments tonight. They've had a lot of overlay recently, including last night. Decreased rate and overlay are one way you can build your bankroll real fast on a new site. So go right now to superdraft.io and use that promo code Awesemo for your $20 free. And if you want some more data to weed through this big slate, use this promo code Switch and Hedge for half off your first week of any Awesemo Plus package. Go to awesemo.com/join right now and check out the options that are available for you, and go do it. Use the promo code Switch and Hedge at awesemo.com/join. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I got my personal podcast coming out right after I finish this, and a whole lot of NBA DFS and XFL content going on. So check me out right now on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. Tune in to Live Before Lock later tonight to catch all the late breaking news and lineup things you'll need to know. And of course, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for another Four Corners. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you guys again soon. Good luck.